Hello and welcome to another episode of Ezoic Explains. I'm Whitney Wright, and today I'm going to be going over what ad viewability is, how it's poorly executed, and how you can find the best balance between viewability and user experience.
So firstly, what is ad viewability? Ad viewability, or viewable ad impression, is when more than 50% of the ad pixels for more than 1 second is counted as viewable ad impression. Many publishers over-optimize for viewability, but this ends up hurting user experience and how advertisers bid over time. For example, look at the CNN page with 2 ads showing. These ads likely have high viewability since they are at the top of the page, that is, as long as the user doesn't scroll before 1 second is over. Ad viewability is pretty straightforward in theory, but data released by Procter & Gamble when they cut their ad budget shows that the average ad is viewed for 1.7 seconds, and only 20% of ads are viewed for 2 seconds, which is the minimum standard for viewability. This means 80% of users are scrolling faster than that and lowering ad viewability. If ad viewability is low, advertisers will reduce their ad spend. Some publishers have responded to this by creating forced viewability of ads, but this worsens user experience, which will in turn then lower your ad rates. Forced viewability is when you're preventing a user from being able to avoid seeing the viewable ad. This is like on CNN, when a large ad at the top moves things down after about 5 seconds so that you lose your spot on the page and then see the ad. Another version of this is sticky videos, or when you scroll down a page and a video ad continues to show in the content or sidebar no matter how far you scroll, and then only goes away if the user clicks out or if the ad ends. In this example of CNN, all the header bidders have loaded, there is a video trying to load, and as we are reading the beginning of the page, it jumps. There are publishers who are also artificially increasing ad viewability. This is done by stopping users from scrolling until the ad is loaded. In this example, you can see that when the home page loads, the content shifts down, and if you try to click on one of the sections, the buttons disappear. Initially, advertisers will like that they are getting great viewability on your website. However, over time, as more readers bounce and visitor engagement decreases, conversions on those ads will decrease as well. This will cause ad rates to fall since advertisers bid on historical data. You don't want your historical data to say you have bad user experience. It will also harm your rankings in Google. If a user immediately bounces back to Google once they click on a website because they want to pick a different result, that is a black mark against you. Additionally, high bounce rates will harm your rankings. The natural viewability of ads is when the ads do not interrupt a user's interaction with the content. For example, on this page, the images and ads load without shifting any content around, even when the user scrolls. Jumpy pages are bad for user experience and may cause a user to bounce if they can't keep track of the place that they are reading due to ads loading. So, how can publishers balance ad viewability and user experience? The only real way to do this is through multivariate testing with artificial intelligence so that you can find the sweet spot between the two, like Ezoic's ad tester. Artificial intelligence allows you to have these decisions made for your website instantaneously and for each individual user. Over time, as AI gathers more data on what is working and what isn't, this will become increasingly more accurate. It is important to have good ad viewability, but if you're not considering bounce rate, engaged time on page, and page views per visit, you're lessening your user's experience and lowering the overall ranking and value of your website. This is especially important in the near future as Google recently introduced the core web vitals, one of which is CLS, or Cumulative Layout Shift. This is exactly what we were talking about before, how much the layout shifts or jumps for the user. It is always a good idea to first focus on and prioritize your user's experience, as this is the foundation for literally everything else your site does and needs.
And that's it for this episode of Ezoic Explains. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to our playlist. You can look at some of our other playlists, the Publisher Lab and Ezoic Spotlight, where we interview publishers just like you. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook at ezoic.com. And then we have a blog at ezoic.com/blog. This has been another episode of Ezoic Explains.